Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and go over with you how do you deal with problems when you get numbers out the other side of the page here. And so let's say you get a number, for example, like we got in previous problems here, that the answer, this is one of the ones from the warm up yesterday. And the question was you had like 3.02 times 10 to the 2, and you were dividing it by 5.11 times 10 to the fifth. And remember, we do the front numbers first. So it'll be this number divided by that number. And you get out of your calculator 0.59215. And then we round that, right? 3 sig figs in both. So it'll be 0.592. And then remember, because we subtract with division, right? It would end up being 10 to the 7. Oh, 10 to the 7. Okay. But this is not scientific notation because the decimal is not in the right spot. So how do we work that out? Okay, so here's the rule, and I think you want to write this down in your notes, or at least make a little note. Okay. So if you make the front number bigger, so the front number is getting bigger, front number, you're going to have to make the back number or the exponent smaller. And then the same deal goes the other way. If you go down in the front number, you have to go up in the exponent. So this is if you had a note, that's what your note should be. Okay. So what that means is we're going to have to move this decimal one spot over this way. So that's going to end up being 5.92. So we're going to move one spot. It goes from 0.5 to 5. So it gets bigger by one spot. So that'd be a bigger front number. That means your exponent needs to get smaller by 1. Okay. So it'd be times 10 to the 6. Okay. So and these two things would be equal to each other. 0.59 times 10 to the 7 is equal to 5.92 times 10 to the 6. So clear all drawings. Okay. So here's another one that we saw on a previous homework assignment. Okay. We ended up with 13 times 10 to the 5th. Okay. So not in sign notation another way. You need to move the decimal once. Oh, sorry, not there. Okay. So the decimal right here is, come on, knock that off. Okay. The decimal is right here, right? So you have to move the decimal over one spot. Okay. So you'd end up turning 13 into 1.3. Oh, that'd be times 10 to the, and it's times 10 to the 5th. So we're making this number here, we're making this number smaller, 13 to 1.3. So this number needs to get bigger by 1. So it'd be 10 to the 6th. Okay. So 13 times 10 to the 5th is the same as 1.3 times 10 to the 6th. And this is all the way in scientific notation. So this is what you want. Here's another example. And these have all so far been moving just one spot. We'll do some more examples. This is going to be not super long. Okay. So you're going to end up with point. So you have another problem. This is from yesterday's assignment, 703 times 10 to the, looks like it's 7. Okay. So this is not all the way in sign notation. Remember, we have to move to the one spot right after the first whole number. So you end up with 7.03. And then we ask ourselves, we made 0.7 into 7. It's bigger by 1. So this number needs to get smaller. So we 10 to 6. Okay. This be your final answer. Okay. Let's take a little bit more extreme ones because they'll show up sometimes too. So let's say, actually, I'll just clean the whole screen off. Okay. Here we go. So let's say it is 5,000 was our answer. 5,000 times 10 to the minus 1. And we'll assume there's only the 5 significant. We don't know for sure. You'd know if you actually did the problem before which numbers disappear. Okay, so we need to move the decimal here 1, 2, 3 spots. Okay, so we're going to end up with 5 times 10 to the something. Okay, so we're going to go from 5,000 to 5. So it gets smaller by 3 spots. So this number gets bigger by 3. And this is one of the things that some people are really good at doing this in their brain. Other people should take -1 and type in their calculator +3. But either way, you should end up with 10 to the 2, which is 3 bigger than -1. Okay. Sometimes you end up with 10 to the 0. If you end up with 10 to the 0, you can write down 10 to the 0. or it can just leave the whole thing off and just have that front number. So both are correct. Okay. Okay. Last one I'm going to go ahead and go over with you here is 0.0021 times 10 to the fifth. So imagine this is your final answer, but we have to get to scientific notation. Okay. My wife is calling. I'll talk to her later. So I'm going to move the decimal 1 spot, 2 spots, 3 spots. Okay. So that's going to make that, sorry, the vibration here. That's going to go ahead and make that 3 spots bigger. So it's going to end up as 2.1 instead of 0.0. So that one's definitely getting bigger this time. Okay. So if this one's getting bigger, this one needs to get smaller. Okay. And again, 3, so it'll be 10 to the 2. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Remember, your final answer needs to be if right answer, right number, sig figs, scientific notation, and then if there's a unit. Hopefully that was helpful to you.